What's happening, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let me see if I can get this thing going. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. I cannot hear my audio. I can't hear any of my audio, and I can barely see me. Yeah, the lighting's bad in here. The lighting is bad. Thanks, Christopher. Thank you for pointing out the obvious. I can see it. I'm gonna see if I can turn it around to another direction. See if that will work. I'm on my mobile laptop. Camera's not as good over here. All right. Hey, Miss Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. Welcome on in. Terry Curry, what's up, Terry? Terry says, Merry Christmas, Mr. Mac. Merry Christmas, right back at your teeth. Jason Beaver. Mr. Beaver, man, I'm gonna have to. I'm so behind. I gotta call you. Probably right after Christmas when we were on Tuesday or maybe Wednesday when I can squeeze out some time because I'm almost done up here. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze a call in for you. I know. He's. I got a sponsor waiting. I know it, and I hate to leave money sitting on the table like that, but I got to get everything done up here and get it all finished. And once it's all done and finished, I have plenty of time to handle up all the other stuff. All right. Hey, Miss Peaches. Miss Peaches says she can hear me. All right. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat if you would. I know the buses can hear me. I checked the buses. The buses have been real clean audio. So I'm checking. It's been real good. All right. Paper Trail, what's up, Paper Trail? Welcome into the stream. All right. All right, guys, we are live. I'm gonna leave it like that because I feel like if I mess with it a little bit, it'll start. I may mess something up and then we'll be stuck out. I'm gonna see what. I think I can put one in from the other side, but I don't know which one. Let me see. Well, actually, I can check it on my phone. Hold what you got, guys. I can check it on my phone. Sweet. Hold what you got, guys. Okay, we're good. Check it on my phone. Yep, we're good. Sweet. Sweet love. If you want. Oh man, this is dark too. Golly. Hold on. Let me see. What if I turn it around this way? Oh, what if I turn it around this way? Put it on this table here. See if I can get this going. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's see how that one works. Oh, it's a little bit better. A little bit better. I'm right up under the light right now. Bear James, what's up? Welcome into the chat, sir. Thank you for hitting it up. Donald James 753, I think. Donald James 753 or Donald James 758. Go to our mobiles. Go to MOBALON. Go to our website, MOBALON.com. MOBALON.com. You can get all the information for the buses on that website. Okay, Terry Sumeyer. You can go to MOBALON.com as well to go to get information on the buses. Got another Terry in here. Terry, that's got a Terry Curry in, and we got a Terry Sumeyer. We always have two Jasons in. I don't know if they're gonna come in the show today. I'm just trying to go through my messages and see if I missed anything. Yeah, we're in the security. Hey, Jason, we're in the. I was just talking about Jason. Justin, I was just. I said we had two Jasons. Actually, we got three Jasons. There was another Jason, but I haven't seen him in a while. That comes in. Justin, yes, we're in our in the security room. I don't know. No, we don't have any. We don't have any buses that have the Nutria, the mats. Yeah, we don't use those. Do you sell those? Is that what y'all got? Is that one of y'all's products that y'all sell? If you have products that you're trying to get in the buses, email me at at Coach Mac at MOBALON.com. Coach Mac at MOBALON.com. As for products, if you want to put products on the bus or on our buses, put just email, description, information, website, stuff like that. Just your proposal package or your marketing package. Email me at coachmac at MOBALON.com. MOBALON. All right, Miss Features, how you doing? I'm in the security room. We're working on here. We're wrapping up the last wires that needs to be hooked in. See the screens, those screens, the last security screens, and then the other screens on the top on the top and the other side hook into the buses. So they're testing the signal. Okay. This looks like spam. I'm not gonna be fooling with it. Somebody asked somebody asking me, do we use shears, scissors, and because they have the precision surgical exacting shears for cutting hair and styling hair and all that stuff. Problem with that is I get so much of that on Facebook, so much of that on LinkedIn, and all that is coming from either China or India, and they just spam my inbox because I'm the owner of the Hair Art Network, and they see that I think there's like 10,000 or so barbers and stylists that are signed, that are members of the Hair Art Network, and they'll see that and they just spam articles and information and comments and stuff about their scissors and their shears and their blades and razors and stuff that they want us to buy. And at first, when the first whole year that we started getting that, we found that a lot of them were kind of, you know, iffy. That where we saw some reviews where people would order and then they wouldn't get their product, or they would get the wrong product, or they would get product that wasn't very good. And I said, well, no, we're not gonna mess around with that because it's coming from overseas, so you never know what you're gonna get. A lot of overseas stuff is okay, but yeah, you gotta be very careful dealing with these people from overseas. Okay, I can barely see this deal. No, guys, nope. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. I don't know who that is. Either Leslie or Leslie. That's not how that works. I'm gonna delete that comment because I don't want to get anybody started on here. No, don't worry about it. I'll get it. They're talking politics on here and just talking about Donald Trump and all that stuff, and I don't want to bring that type of stuff in here because it just riles people up and gets them all anxious and starting mess for no reason. And I tend to stay out of it. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I mean, if you're talking to Coach, you know, I can put a lot of hats in the ring, but it's not worth it because every time I used to get into that before COVID, and I'm gonna tell you, my numbers were through the roof when I was talking that politics, because I follow politics pretty closely. When I weighed in on it and I put my opinions in, because I do hair of celebrities and mayors and Congress people and stuff like that. So we kind of, you know, we go back and forth. So I can, you know, weigh in on different options and information. But when you go online with that stuff and people are against what you're saying, it doesn't matter what you say. Whatever you have to say and whatever you put on the table, if they don't like the position that you take, whether you're Democrat or Republican or you're neutral or you liberal, conservative, whatever, you're going to find some enemies. You're going to find some people that do not like your point of view, that do not like what you stand for, and it doesn't matter what you say or how you say it, they're going to be against it. Now, I don't think that that's right, because you could be a good person that's standing for good things, and you're wanting to do some good things for people, but you can't, only because you got so many people that will just not hear anything you have to say because of the political stance that you have. So I choose to leave that alone, because you could be doing yourself a disservice, or you could be doing other people. Hey, Miss Sarah, how are you? You could be doing other people a disservice because they can't hear what you have to say. They can't hear your position or what you're trying to do. What programs you're trying to build and whatnot, all because you're a Democrat or you're a Republican or you're a whatever. So I tend to leave that alone. As long as you're doing good and you're doing good by people, we can get along. No, let's let's not even just get into. Let's not even get into it. It doesn't matter whether he's guilty or innocent. Over here, we're minding our business and doing our thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to delete your comment here because I don't want to get anything started. So, guys, let's just leave it alone. Matter of fact, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this hair art stuff that we're talking about. I'm working. The subject was work time because we're still in here working and we're almost done. But the next thing I'm going into is I'm going into the gallery and I'm gonna start working on the gallery. What I want to do is set up my cameras to where I can either do time lapse or I can set up the cameras and then while I'm on live, I can also be working and working with you guys, showing y'all how this stuff works. And then giving y'all a squig of the big jug. I'm gonna try to get something going, but it depends on these cameras and my audio because I don't have my audio set up in here, and I don't want to be doing stuff and y'all can't see. No, I'm not on Instagram. Hold on, let me see. I didn't set it up. I'm sorry. Let me set it up, guys. It's Sprite. It's a big jug of Sprite. This is not the small one. Look how big. This is the big one. And ginger ale. This is Sprite and ginger ale. So Sprite and ginger ale mixed. I don't drink soda that much, but when I'm working like this, and I need to push through, and keep going, I'll put some the clear soda and either ginger ale or tea or something like that, and it'll kind of keep you focused to get going. Because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't engage in all that extra activities. I just do business. Family man that just goes to work and do business. That's why I set up my business like it is, in huge buildings with lots of different departments where my family can come in and work, where I can work with my family can work with me, and we're not detached from each other. Thanks, Barry. Barry said he's gonna try it. Sprite and ginger ale, really good. It's a because it's a clean. That's why I told y'all last time we're trying to get Sprite as a sponsor, because one of my associates has a client who is high up in Sprite. There's one of the big guys in Sprite. So, and he said their advertising budget is ridiculous. We're talking in the hundreds of millions of dollars that they spend to advertise. So we try to get companies like that because they'll come in and they'll throw a lot of money at advertising to our demographic. Our demographic is exactly what they need. So we target companies like that because we literally are the most bang for their buck. So I'm trying to get used to it. I normally drink just the tea or the tea and Sprite. And now because I'm working and I'm moving around and all that, I'll drink the tea and the Sprite and ginger ale. And especially when it starts getting cold, it keeps you focused. The ginger ale keeps you kind of tuned in, but the Sprite keeps you moving. You don't want to drink a lot of this. This will last me probably a good week or two. That's how long, because I don't drink a whole lot. I don't drink like, oh, it's just guzzling. You know, I drink and keep going, just to keep your focus on. Hey, Bear. Yeah, I saw you. That's what I was talking about just a moment ago. Okay. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, I can show you just a second. No, this is my bottle. Nobody drinks out of this but me. So I can be ghetto. I can be ghetto and drink out the bottle. Because nobody drink out of this one but me. Plus, we got a whole bunch of bottles out there in the concessions and in the vending machines and the coolers. I showed y'all the coolers. They can get their own drink. This one is just mine because I don't want to be going back and forth and all that. But no, nobody. I'm not. What do you call it? When you're taking the squid and backwashing and all that type of stuff. I don't like that my damn self. you don't want to backwashing your own drink. Drink like you got some sense. Drink civilized and slurp and sip your drink in, and don't be and all this spit and slob going all back in your drink. Yeah, don't like that. Y'all know I'm a germaphobe. I'm a clean freak, so I like to have stuff clean. All right, let me see here. Okay, so yeah, what we were working on today was I got a this is the laptop. This is not the camera or the phone. This is the laptop. So I'm literally, let me see this mirror. I'm literally walking around with the laptop. Oh, see that? There we go. Yeah, I'm going around with the laptop. I have my phone. I just checked my phone. Okay, so those are the last wires. That's the last wires, and we're testing these out. Right? You test these out with these. Can y'all see that? There you go. You test them out with these. These are Ethernet connectors. They're regular connectors, and the way it works, up in the ceiling right here, we're running the wires in the ceiling over there, if y'all can see that. And then the wires come out and into the different TV sets, whichever one they're going to go into. And then those sets go into here. So I use this stuff here to come in and go. We had a crew out here. Oh, and Rofilio, what's up, Rofilio? If you're watching, they said they were going to watch the show, but I know they don't. My Hispanic homies. They said they were gonna watch the show. Junior said, Francisco said, yeah, I watch the show. I'm going to watch the show. He loved to say he's gonna watch the show, but he don't watch. I can cuss him out right now, and I bet you he won't come in tomorrow and say anything because he didn't watch the show. But they cool, they real cool people. We was talking about now we got to go into the politics thing. We was talking about our governor here in Texas. Our governor signed a legislation that says that the police will be able to stop and even arrest people that they think is immigrants or migrants coming over the border, and they're not supposed to be here. And I told them that I didn't like that, but it was funny because Angel was telling me that he said, no, that's good, man, that's good, because that means that people are not supposed to be here can't come here, and they can get them out of here because they're messing it up for us, because they make us look like we're the bad guys and they're the actual bad guys because they're not supposed to be here and they're coming over here illegal, and we came here legally. And I said, yeah, that part I get. but that's not the part I'm talking about. And so I had to explain to him that there was a thing called stop and frisk that New York did, and it caused more controversy and more racial profiling than any other legislation or rules or laws or that they have put into place, all because the police had the authority to just stop you on the street, and without any probable cause, without any type of information or proof or anything, they could stop you and say, "Show me your ID." They could stop you and they can run you and check your background and literally see if you were illegal or if you committed a crime or if you had warrants or you was wanted. Now, theoretically, that would be fine because I don't have warrants. So stopping me, who cares? I'm good. I don't have anybody looking for me. I haven't robbed anybody or stolen anything or committed any crimes. So I'm fine, right? Right? That makes sense. And to the legislative bodies, yes, if you're a criminal or if you're illegal or if you're doing something illegal or criminal, then you are the one who has something to worry about. Everybody else, if you're not doing anything illegal or if you're not doing anything bad, then you don't have anything to worry about, right? Right. That sounds great, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Until you put it in practice. Because when you put it in practice, then all hell breaks loose. Because you're not just stopping the criminals and checking them and seeing that, hey, you have a warrant, or hey, you're wanted for this or that, or hey, you committed a crime about this or that, we're taking you to jail. No, you're not just stopping them and finding out they're criminal. You're stopping everybody, anybody, whoever. And obviously, we already know this part. It was mostly black and brown people that was being stopped. Obviously, they have literally statistics because a lot of people were upset. They were like, "Well, they're just making up things. They're just being too sensitive because no, there's numbers that back this up. That's why they shut it down, because 70 to 80% of the people that were stopped was black and brown people. They had to write it down. They had to make out reports. So you can't hide the reports. The reports is the actual numbers. 70 to 80% was black and brown. That's not a good proportion, especially when most of the people, the majority of the population is white, Caucasian, white people. If you have this many white people in an area and this many black people in the area, and the majority of your stops is black or Hispanic, that's not a good ratio. That's not a good look, because that means you're literally targeting black and brown people. So that's not the issue, though. That's not the problem. I'm telling you what the problem is, and this is I'm going to go into this because there's a reason for it. And this wasn't on the list. I one on the show curriculum, but it's interesting to me because they just did it in Texas. They're gonna they wrote it into law. They voted on it, and it's going into law here in the next month or so. So racial profiling, it's not about who stopped and how the numbers are imbalanced and so on and so forth. It's not about that. It's about this for me. If I'm walking down the street or I'm driving down the street or I'm just minding my business, and then here comes the police officer and say, "Hey, stop right there. I need to check you out. Let me check you out. Give me your ID, your driver's license. Let me see who you are and see if you're good to go." Okay, first day, first morning, I get stopped. Here you go. Here's my ID. Here's my identification. You run me. You put me in the computer. You say, "Okay, I ran him. Here's Coach Mac, and he's running. Okay, you're clean. You're good to go. 5-10 minutes. I'm good to go." Right? I walk right down the street and turn the corner. Here comes another cop, a different cop, that says, "Hey, I need to stop you and check you out and make sure that you're not a criminal and you don't have warrants and you're good to go." I say, "Hey, I was just, hey, I don't want to hear all that. Give me your ID." It turns that it turns that way real quick. I don't hear, give me your ID so I can run you. So he runs me. So now I've already been ran once. He's going to run it again because he don't know. I just told him I've been ran once already, but that doesn't matter. Anybody could say that. Anybody could say, yeah, I was already ran. The cop down the street just ran, but they really wasn't, and they're a criminal. Okay. So here comes me being ran again. Okay. But now this officer puts in, yeah, he's a little belligerent. He's talking back, you know, it may be a problem, but he's clean, so let him go. All right. 15, 20 minutes because I had something to say about being stopped for a second time. I'm trying to get to work. I get on down the street. I get stopped again by another officer, a completely different officer. I get stopped again. Hey, I need to see your ID. I need to see your papers, your information, everything, so I can check you, make sure you're good to go. Make sure you're not a criminal. Make sure. Okay, dude, I just already been stopped twice. No, I don't know that. I didn't stop you. It wasn't me. I just need to run you. It ain't going to take but a minute. And here we go again. Now that's another 10, 15 minutes of them holding you where you are. Stop, just wait and let me check you out. See, if you get that done to you every day and you're getting that done consecutively over and over and over again, a lot of people, and I ain't gonna say white folk, because I love me some white folk. White folk are cool with me. I love me some Hispanic and I love me some black. I love me some everything. That's just how I am. I love me some everybody because we all make this whole world go round. If we didn't have a group of people that are black, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, we need everybody, okay? Because of how God set this up, He wouldn't have made us and made us in this huge rainbow for nothing. There's a reason for it, okay? So I love everybody and I want everybody to be able to get along and work together. Here's the problem. When groups of people don't like other groups of people, we can't get along, we can't work together, we start having problems. This situation right here is a problem because you have some people who are a little bit unscrupulous and who don't have good intentions, we'll say, okay? And that was one of the things that I saw firsthand. We had an officer that came to my shop, my other shop that I was in, and he stopped some little cats, and you know they was sagging pants all down and looked like that. He ran them. They were clean, but he still added things to the file. He still put in things that he found that they were a little belligerent, or they had, you know, they smelled like this, like they had marijuana or something like that, or they looked like they may have been doing a drug deal, or they may have done this, or they may have been in some type of altercation, or just putting things in there. Because my guy, the officer that I hired, because we hire an officer at our location, one of the brothers, he was a brother, you take that at whatever you want to, but we talking, and he said, yeah, I don't like how they work. I don't like how those guys, you know who those guys are. He said, I don't like how they work because they'll put something in the file and that something may not be good. It may not be, you know, damning to where, oh, I found a gun on him and then he shot at me twice. No, they didn't put that in there. They just put little things in there that cause the next officer, when they stop them, when they check them, to be on guard, to actually treat them a little bit less respectfully because of what they put in. So, because it happened to me, I actually saw my my report when I got pulled over, and the officer knew me, and he said, "Hey, you, Mr. Mac." I was Mr. Mac then. "Hey, Mr. Mac, you go? Yeah, you do the at the shop." Yeah. So he he said, "Let me run this to get you out of here." And he came back and said, "Man, did you know you had a such and such this and that on your record?" I was like, "What is a such and such and this and that?" He said, "I had on my record that I was speeding, but on my last stop that I was speeding and I failed to pull over." That's evading. Now, I remember when I got stopped and I was on the freeway, and I wasn't finna pull over on the freeway because it's dangerous. It's dangerous this was a narrow freeway where the cars is whipping around. So I put my blinkers on, I kept going, and then I got off the freeway, and the cop he got out. He like, why didn't you stop when I put the light? And I'm telling, as nice as I could, I said, well, for your safety, I tried to get into an area where, you know, you can actually perform your stop and not be in danger of being hit or whatever. And he got mad. He literally got mad because I'm looking out for him. And it wasn't far. It wasn't like I just kept driving for miles. Dude, here's the exit. I'm going to get off on the exit. I put my blinkers on. I'm going to get off on the exit so you're safe. You don't get hit by a car, because I've seen that shit on YouTube where the cops getting out and they're supposed to go to the passenger side, but they go to the driver's side because it's safer. They can actually see you and see if you're reaching for something and all that. So they like to go to the driver's side, but on the freeway, they're taught to go to the passenger side, and you don't see as much stuff from the passenger side. Somebody can pull something and you're in danger. But he was irate. It wasn't irate. He was a little tiffed. He was a little upset. Well, you need to stop when you. And I'm like, well, I did it for you. I'm trying to. I don't need. We need. If you see the light, then you need to stop. No problem. When I see the light, no, I just stop. It'll just be what it is. So we both a little tiffed at that point, and that's when I found out he had put that extra on my file. Because anytime you get stopped, anytime, don't matter who you are, what you are, anytime you get stopped and you give them your license. Now, here we come back to our position where we are today. Barbers, stylists, this business, this industry with mobile salons, you guys will be driving. You guys will be in buses. You're going to get stopped. You can count on it. You're going to get stopped. It is inevitable. Okay. And when you get stopped, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to try to find out what is going on, how, what is this, how does it work, and all this type of stuff. And if they're cordial, if they're good people, then fine. If not, then I'll come back over there. My deal is timed out. Hold on. Yeah, real quick. I'm sorry. If they're good people, then you know you're good to go, and you can deal with them on that level. But if they're having a bad day, if they don't like a certain group of people, y'all got to remember these are people. A police officer is not a superhero. A police officer is not a god or a robot. It's a man or a woman. And they have bad days, they have issues, they have marital problems, they have kids problems, money problems, they have issues that they're dealing with just like regular people. And when you have people like that are susceptible to those life issues, then it makes them more detrimental when they're wearing a badge and a gun. That's what my position has always been. I told this to police officers, actual police officers, because we work with police officers. We go and cut their hair and everything. And I tell them, I don't know how y'all do it, because there's no way to tell if that guy right there, that guy that you're going to hand a badge and a gun and put over civilians and put in a position where he can take a life, legally take a life. When y'all putting people like that, how do y'all know if this is a good guy or a bad guy? How do y'all know if this guy is going to maintain his level of professionality, and respectfulness to the people? How do y'all know this guy is not going to snap when somebody calls him a pig or cuss him out or MF or this or that, and he still maintains his composure and it's like an iron fist? Literally just let it roll off your back, because it's just words. You're going to run across people day in and day out, and they're not going to like you because you're taking their time. And I tell police officers this too. It's their job. It's their job. When they stop you, when they pull you over, they're doing their job. But they don't really recognize. I've literally had to tell police officers that, and some of them, well, actually quite a lot of them, it kind of clicked to them that, yeah, you're taking something away from this person. You're literally taking their time away from them. You're impeding them from going on about their life. Like I said about the racial profiling. If you get stopped once and somebody takes 5-10 minutes away from you, and then you get stopped again, And that's another 5, 10, 15 minutes. And then you get stopped again. And then again, you got stopped 4 times in one day, just going to work. And then the next day, you know that that's going to happen again. They was actually questioned on that during actual conferences with the police, with the chief of police and the mayor and their legislative body. They were questioned. They were like, look, what we're going to do about this? Because people are saying that they're being stopped 5, 6. One Hispanic guy, he's with tattoos all over himself. He said he was stopped 15 times in one day. The next day he was stopped like 10 times. The next day he was stopped 11 times. The next day he was stopped every single day. He said every single day he was stopped double-digit times every day as he's just going on about his business in New York. And they said, what are we going to do about this? Because you can't do that. You cannot have that, all because of this law that you can stop and frisk. Sounds good. Sounds like you can catch the criminals, but that in practice, it's a horrible, horrible thing. Horrible thing, because you have people that do not understand, which is what I was saying before. I was explaining to police officers, you're taking something away from people when you cause them to stop and have to abide or oblige you in your demands. Think about it. You're the police officer, but you're in plain clothes and you're headed to the store. You're finna go to the store. You got to get some milk and some cereal for your kids when you got to hurry back home. But then you get stopped. And now you know your kids at the house screaming and acting a fool, and you need this milk and this cereal back at the house, but you got to sit here and wait on this guy to run your ID and your information, see if you're illegal, or see if they can find something on you, or trip you up with questions to see if they can find out if you are doing something nefarious. All the while you're trying to get out of here. You got shit to do. That is coupled with all the other things that happen in this world of policing and law abiding and trying to do right. Because I'm a police guy all the way. I'm with police so far. It is ridiculous because I've told y'all before, and I don't hide the fact. Like the brothers be saying, "Oh, ain't you a snitch? I ain't finna snitch on that." Do something in front of me, see what happens. Go and rob an old lady in front of me, see what happens. Go and bust in a car and steal something out the car, or do a carjacking or something like that, and see what happens. I'm gonna be the first one on the phone to turn your ass in. That's me. I'm that because I'm law abiding. I am a law abiding citizen. If you're doing something that is illegal, that's bad, your ass needs to go to get pushed in. You need to get it. You are the one, you and whoever else are the ones that is causing the decline of our civilization. Why? Because you wouldn't want it done to you. You got your brand new car, you got all your stuff in it, you cruising and kicking it. You don't want nobody breaking in your shit and taking all your wallet and your money and your or taking your whole car. Would you want somebody to break in your car and steal your car? No, you wouldn't. And if you did, you would want somebody to come, hey, Billy Joe stole your car. He drove down the street. Yeah, I saw him. He busted the window with a brick and got in there, yanked the wires out and crunk it up and drove down. I seen it. You would love to have that happen and somebody snitch and say who did it. You would love, you know it. So that in itself. And that's what I do when I do coaching. I tell people what's the real value of things. You want someone to tell it. You want somebody to squeal, to snitch, to be that guy that gets your property back, or to get that guy that hit you, or to get that girl that did this to you, or that guy that did this. Anytime something bad happens to you, you want a witness to help you to get back right. Same thing here. Same thing across the board, but we have to have a census for everybody to be on the same level and the same page. That includes the law enforcement, that includes the citizens. Everybody needs to be on the same page for what needs to happen. So we come all the way back to the beginning. I know we're going to be out of time, but I felt like for some reason There may be somebody who's watching who needs this information. There may be some law officers or some people in the audience that's watching. We're broadcasting on 10 different over 10 different channels and platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're broadcasting on a bunch of different platforms. There may be somebody who hears it that needed to hear it so that they can know how to proceed from there. So there you go. So we'll come all the way back. We'll come all the way back to the beginning of Francisco Nem and Junior Nem watching the show and Angel thinking that it's being a good idea. That's why it's not such a good idea to have that type of policy. And if there's any legislative bodies or governor or whoever that's watching, that's the reason why that would not fly or would not be a good thing. If police officers in Texas are driving around and they see a group of Mexicans or Hispanics or Latin American or whomever, just anybody who looks Hispanic, what do you call it? They'll say anybody who looks Mexican-y. I was like, I think that may be racist. It sounds like it should be racist. I think that's right. Like, dude, everybody knows what you're talking about. Just like when you say you see somebody who looks blackish. It may not be like charcoal black or black, but they look kind of blackish. That's a word. But anybody, when you are a police officer and you have the ability, the absolute ability to write, the law is backing you up and behind you to say, yes, you can stop any Hispanic and check their papers. Ladies and gentlemen, all hell is going to break loose in Texas. We're going to have problems, big problems. I do not recommend that. Yes, we got to get it under control. Yes, we got to do something about it. I got plenty of ideas. That's what I do. I come up with ideas for everything. I'm plagued with it. That's all my mind does is run 50, 100 miles an hour with ideas of how to do things. I got plenty of ideas on how to fix that problem. If there's any senators or mayors or governors or congressmen that want to idea man, that's why I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach. I'm a financial coach. I'm all that. That's why I'm Coach Mac. They want that information, they can contact me. MOBALON.com. Go to MOBALON.com. My information right there. But I know what works and I know what won't work. I know what's a good idea and what's not so hot. So that's the whole perception that you have to have when you're working with people. People is the most delicate thing. I myself right now am working with people. I have it's going to be up on 200 people that I'm working with directly, and there's so many attitudes, there's so many persuasions, there's so many positions and divisions of life, so many attitudes that this guy you may call and talk to, and he's cool as a cucumber, and you can get things done and y'all work up. And then this girl over here is irate and crazy, and you just gotta shift to be able to deal with them. You know, I had people that contact me and they say, hey, I gave you $5,000, get my $100,000 bus tomorrow. You know, and they ain't been through any of the school. They ain't went through any of the processes. We don't have sponsor one for them and none of that. They just want a $100,000 bus because they gave you $5,000 and they want it right now. What do you say to people like that? Because that's definitely not what you sell. That's not what you said. But then you come over here and then you have people that understand the concept that says, look, man, here's my money. I'm with you. Let's roll. However long it takes, let's get it done. Because once I'm there, it's like getting your barber's license. You go to school, you start the school to get your barber's license or your styling cosmetology license, and you want it tomorrow, but you know you got to work. You know it's going to take some months to get it, but once you got it, you got it for life. You have that license, and you're going to be able to operate off that license for life. So you have that in your mind when you're toiling and going through the motions of actually getting into it. And once you have it, you're good to go. But you understand that you have to go through the trials and tribulations to get it. That is a person that is pleasant to work with. That's a person that you literally bend over backwards to try to help them to get where where they need to be, because that person understands that this is how things work. I got it all, guys. And I'm working with a small, tiny percentage of the barber and beauty industry. Like I said, we got millions, literally millions of barbers and stylists just in the United States alone. And they don't know anything about me. They don't know what we have over here. They don't know what. Do you see what I'm setting up? This is a control center. This is a command and control center where I'll have actual mobile salon buses being monitored as you're out and about driving, doing your thing. I had it at the other shop, now we're bringing it at this shop and we're expanding. So we'll be able to monitor hundreds of buses. Just click on it and bring it up, put it on the big screen, and we can see what's going on. If you're having problems or issues, or if you need assistance or help, or if you're doing a great job in content, we're going to rip some content, put you in the show, all that kind of stuff, good and bad. We got it all right here in the control center. You point to me any other business that has that. Any business, any company. Point to me any other company that has that. Just that. Y'all know I got a whole lot of other shit. I got a lot of stuff that we're doing that is crazy, that's off the chain, that's revolutionary, that's going to change the entire barber beauty industry. But just that. Point to me any other company that has just that. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Nobody does what I do. Nobody's on the level that we're on, and we're just scratching the surface. We're doing this much. We're scratching the surface of what we're about to do and what we're about to get into. That's why I tell you guys, get in, hold on, and just ride. Get in, hold on, and ride, because we're gonna get you there. We make millionaires over here. We make millionaires, and all it takes is just getting in and riding. That's it. The thing that I tell people to do is follow the instructions, because I tell people, when you come in, put your money on the table. Okay, get your school set up, get it going, get your relationship with us and the leadership and everything in place. Get your salon fundraiser. That's your bank account. Get it healthy, get money coming in, so that the sponsors can actually see that not only are you active, you got money coming in that shows that you're the person that they would want to work with. There's all kinds of stuff that I educate the people on, and you know who all does it? Not everybody. I ain't gonna even be disrespectful. I'll just say not everybody. I'll just say not everybody. Because I'll tell you right now, if a millionaire was telling me, hey, I'm going to show you how to be a millionaire in this industry, I'm going to take you step by step through, I would be doing everything that motherfucker said. Everything. Whatever he said, I'm doing it. I'm on it. Because he obviously knows what he's doing. He obviously has this thing in the bag. So that limit, aside from him telling me, okay, get up on that roof and jump off onto the concrete. Aside from him telling me to do something stupid like that, I'm in. If I can put two and two together and it makes sense of what you're telling me to do, that makes sense, I'm in. Let's go. I only draw the line when you're telling me to do something that does not make sense. It doesn't add up. And I'm smart enough to know what makes sense and what adds up. And I know that everybody watching me is smart enough to do the same. So anyway, I just went off on that. It was nothing close to what we were supposed to be talking about on a Friday, but I thought that needed to be said. So I went on and went off into it. We're gonna get into some more stuff, guys, and I got some things popping up. I want to get this stuff done. We got Christmas coming up on Monday, so you got what, today and tomorrow to shop. and Sunday's Christmas Eve, so I don't know whatever's open, y'all get your stuff together because Christmas is coming. Make this Christmas a great Christmas. Make this New Year's the best New Year's you ever had, and just ride with it, guys. Ride with it, because next year is going to be the big one. Next year is the big one. We're going public. We're taking as many people with us, and we're rising to the top. We're about to change the entire barber and beauty industry. Watch. I can show you better than I can tell you. Watch. All right, guys, that'll do it for me for today. I'll be back Monday. Well, because Monday's Christmas. Let's just play it by ear. I'll be back. I'll be back because we normally broadcast on the weekdays at 6 o'clock, but we got craziness going on and the holidays and all that. So we'll figure out. And when you see me go live, jump on in there. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Ronnie Mac, owner of the Shops and Salons Network, the Hair Art Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network. Bidding you guys peace and blessings. Please take care of yourself. And if you can, take care of someone else. If we all did that, we all will be taken care of. If you haven't signed up, go to MOBALON.com, MOBALON.com, and sign up. The application on the at the top of the page on the right-hand side, just click on it, fill it out, and submit it back in. If everything's good, someone will contact you and let you know what the next steps are. If you haven't donated, donate. I should have this in the frame, right? If they when they come in, I want to have that baby like that, because we may be able to land them. There we go. If you haven't donated, donate to our charity. We have our own charity called Triple H Charity. Stands for Haircuts for the Helpless and Homeless. You can go to www.hhcharity.org. We use your donations to make a donation. We use your donations to build the buses that go out and do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. We also use your donations to pay the barbers and stylists to do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. So it is a great, great charity to donate to, one where you can see your money at work. All right, guys, that'll do it for today. Thank you all for joining me and kicking it with me. I will be back at 6 o'clock on one of these days. And when I get back, I will have some surprises for you guys. So prepare yourself. Until then, please take care of yourself. And remember our motto, respect yourself, because image is everything. Peace.